If you want your hair to look like Sleeping Beauty's, then you need to watch this video. So today I'm going to be showing you how to style your hair to get the perfect blowout at home. I have a really specific way that I do this to get voluminous, shiny, and frizz-free hair. So you're going to need to pay close attention to each step. As usual, everything that I use in this video will be linked below in the description. I also want to thank Kipozi for kindly sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. I'll be showing you guys how I use their 3-in-1 curling wand set to achieve this look in a few minutes. So for context, I always do this after washing my hair, and I wash my hair about 2 to 3 times a week, usually 2 times a week. The very first thing I do is I apply heat protectant, and the heat protectant that I use is the Perfect Defense by Moroccan Oil. I spray this all over my hair just to avoid any potential damage from using heat on it. Then I brush out my hair and I try to spread the heat protectant around using this Tangle Teaser detangling brush. So usually I wouldn't brush my hair when it's wet, but this brush is perfect for brushing your hair when it's wet. It detangles it perfectly. It doesn't cause any breakage. So I just always use this. So then I section my hair using this rat tail comb. So this is key because if I don't section it neatly, then it will get really messy and the waves won't come out looking as good. I always do the front section first, and the brush that I use to blow dry my hair is this, I think this is called a vented brush. I just got this from Amazon. I will link it below, and I use this blow dryer. So this blow dryer is expensive. If you have the money, I would say invest, but if not, there are so many other options that I will list below in the description for you guys. So as you can see, I start by blow drying this front section of my hair completely dry. When I'm styling my hair, I want there to be a nice natural looking curl at the ends. So to achieve this curl, I'm going to be using the heated round brush attachment on the Kipozi 3-in-1 curling wand set. In this set, you're going to get a 1-inch barrel curling wand, a 0.7 to 1.3 inch tapered curling wand, and a curling iron brush, which is the one that I'm going to be using in this video. The thermal bristles help to smooth out your hair while giving it a really relaxed and natural looking curl, which is exactly what I want. And it looks just like the Sleeping Beauty curl that I showed you guys at the beginning of this video. It gets rid of any potential frizziness that I may have in my hair. I make sure to twist the brush at the ends a few times, just rotating it, and then I just pull it through and it gives me this really nice curl at the end. Now there are 2 other attachments that come in this set. So there's the cone shaped barrel and there's the 1-inch barrel. So I'm going to be using the conical, I think that's how you pronounce it, barrel on the left of my hair, and on the right I'm going to be using the 1-inch barrel just to show you guys the results and the difference between the 2 curls. So as you can see, the 1-inch barrel gives you more natural curls. The conical barrel works to give you curls that are a little bit tighter, but still they have that effortless look. So one of the things that I love about the Kipozi 3-in-1 curling wand is that it's affordable. It's only $33.99 on Amazon, which is a steal considering how well it works. Kipozi also has a bunch of other hair tools as well, like hair straighteners and blow dryers and other curling irons that you can use to style your hair in different ways. I will leave a link below to the specific 3-in-1 curling wand set if you guys are interested. Thank you again to Kipozi for sponsoring this video, and now let's continue on with my blowout routine. So after I'm done using the hot round brush, then I use these magnetic rollers. So I mostly use the purple ones. These ones are a little bit smaller than the big ones, and I use the big gray ones for the top of my hair, and then the purple ones for the underneath layers. You guys will see what I'm talking about. I used to use Velcro rollers, which I really liked, but they started pulling out my hair a lot. I am experiencing postpartum hair loss and postpartum regrowth. That's not good. I don't want to lose more hair than I need to, so that's why I'm just using the magnetic rollers. And then I also use these heavy duty hair clips to just make sure that the rollers stay in place. To use my rollers, I have a specific way that I do this. So I start rolling them really carefully, and then once I'm close to the base of my hair or my roots, I twist the roller like so, just to make sure that it stays in place and it's neat. So if I don't do this, then the rollers will be extremely messy and they will most likely fall out, but by twisting it, it just keeps it in place. It keeps it nice and neat, and it doesn't leave any type of indent in my hair when I end up taking it out. So the next section that I do is the top section of my hair, and this is the most difficult section for me to do because my hair is so long and it's just really far away from my head up here, so it's kind of tricky. But anyway, I start off by blow drying that section of my hair fully, and then I use the heated round brush from Kipozi and I curl the ends, and then just like the front part, I use the roller, twist it, and clip it in place. The next section of my hair that I do is the front side here, and you guys will notice that I sectioned it off perfectly using the rat tail comb. That is key because I want my rollers to be nice and neat and organized, because that's just going to make my hair look a lot better in the end, and it's also going to make this process go a lot smoother. I know a lot of you guys are going to be surprised that I blow dry my hair every time that I wash it, but one way that I try to reduce damage is I try to keep the blow dryer at least 6 inches away from my hair at all times while using it. This way there's not as much direct heat being applied to my hair. So this blow dryer has a lot of cool effects to it. It senses when your hair is wet or dry. So when it's wet, it uses heat, and when it's dry, it uses cold air. It also has a setting where you can just leave it on cold air instead of alternating between the two. I love this blow dryer, but it is very expensive. So if you don't want to spend the money, you can use any blow dryer that you have at home. I just recommend using the attachment that I have in this video, and I'm pretty sure it comes with every blow dryer. So I will leave a link in the description to an alternative blow dryer that I think works really well that I used to use. It is much less expensive. And as you guys can see, I'm using the bigger gray rollers on the top of my hair, and then the purple ones that are just a little bit smaller than the ones on the top on the bottom of my hair. And the difference in rollers just basically gives you more of a quote unquote defined wave or curl. Obviously the result isn't like extremely curly, but there is a slight curl, and I just want my lower bottom layers to be a little bit more curly than the top ones because the bottom ones are longer. Placement of each of the rollers, and this is how it looks every single time that I do rollers. They're always in the same exact spot, and I use the same exact size unless I like run out of a roller. I think I couldn't find one of my other purple ones, so you guys can see that I did use an extra gray one on the top, but generally I use 2 gray ones on the top, and then the rest are the smaller purple ones. I leave the rollers in for 1 to 2 hours, and I take them out very carefully. So my final step in this whole routine is to use a hair oil or a serum. These are all of the serums that I alternate between. So my 2 favorites are the Moroccan oil treatment and the Hairstyles elixir. So then I just completely brush out my hair just to spread the serum around, make sure it's coating all of my hair shaft, and this is how my hair looks in the end. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned how to blow dry your hair to get the Sleeping Beauty type hair. Thank you again to Kipozi for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. I love all of you, and I'll talk to you guys next time.